Hey, what's up everyone? Today I wanted to talk to you guys about my favorite light that I've been using for the past couple of months, and that's going to be the Amaran 300C. And before we get started with this video, if you guys do like the videos like this, definitely consider subscribing, since we'd love to have you as a part of the community, and we're working on getting up to 1,000 subscribers. So starting off here with the unboxing experience of the 300C. It comes with one of these standard Amaran foam style cases. Love it or hate it. Now, I will say that this one is actually a much nicer case though than some of the other ones that I've seen, particularly the one for the 60XS, which I recently did a video on, and you can check that out right here. But like that case, it's not going to be as durable as something like a case from Nanook, so if you guys are going to be traveling with this light, I would definitely recommend buying something a little bit more professional to help you keep your product safe while you're traveling with it. And that is where Nanook cases come in. So if you guys are watching this video at the time of its release, right here in February 2024, you guys are going to be able to get free shipping on any of your orders from Nanook, and you can also use the coupon code in the description for 15% off. But back to the video. So inside of the case, you're going to get a couple of things. In the bottom here, you're going to get a pretty beefy power supply with a little hanger on it and a nice locking style wall plug, which is honestly the only thing that I can really complain about with this system. I don't know why they decided to give us such a small power cable, but it's a little bit frustrating, especially considering that the Amaran 60XS one is extremely long, and this is a more expensive and more professional product than that. You also get a hyper reflector, and you get the light itself. Taking a closer look at the light, on the top you have these really huge vents with this large heatsink, since this is an actively cooled light and it definitely can generate some heat. So this design really helps to keep things cool. Though it does have a fan, don't worry, it's not really generally going to be a problem for you. I'll play a little bit of audio of the fan when the light is at maximum power, just so that we can hear how bad it can get, but it's really not that bad. And generally speaking, as long as you're using a directional microphone like a shotgun, you're not going to have any issues. And if you're using a non-directional microphone, I'd probably want to stay a minimum of 8 to 10 feet away from the light, just since it can occasionally spin the fans up for a brief period of time, and it might get a little bit loud for you. But like I said, if you're using a shotgun mic, it's not really something to worry about. On the bottom, you have a built-in clamp for mounting to a baby pin, and you also have a really nice large disc brake with a built-in umbrella hole, so that way if you want to just blast this at an umbrella, you can do that. So just like I had mentioned in the 60XS video, this light is a Bones mount point source light, but unlike that light, this one's RGBWW, so this means that it has the ability to dial in whatever color you want, as well as provide green and magenta shift for any of your CCTs. So that's really nice because you can perfectly match your ambient light to any scene. And another thing, of course, is that, as the name would suggest, this is a 300 watt light, so this is pretty important, especially if you're going to be looking to do some indie filmmaking or anything really that's going to be outside, since this light can definitely overpower the sun in most situations. I had made a couple of videos outside on the Sugre SVT75 Pro tripod, which you can find right here, in which I used this light to give me a little bit of definition and separation from the background. It was a little bit of an overcast day, so it was a bit easier for this light, but even on a sunny day, I think this thing could handle its own. A lot of people on YouTube have said that this could be, or should be, the first light that you guys go out and get, but I want to challenge that a little bit. I mean, it's a little bit expensive at a retail price of $569. It's not terrible, and it's not anywhere near as expensive as some of the more professional lights in Aperture's lineup, but it's still a fair bit of money, especially if you're just getting into this. So if you're not looking to spend that much on a light, I would probably push you a little bit more towards the 60XS. But as with the 60XS, this is one of the simplest lights to operate, with the option to use either the onboard controls or the Sidus Link app. So starting out with the onboard controls, you have two dials to work with. So they each have click functionality, and using the left dial you can increase the output, or you can change from white CCT mode to RGB mode. On the right side, you can dial in your CCT in 100 Kelvin increments, or you can press the dial to shift up to a full 1.0, and you can do that in 0.1 increments. And the right dial in RGB mode allows you to change the hue, and if you click in the dial, it allows you to change the saturation. So just like many of the other Amaran lights, this is super simple to use, but if you want to get the most out of this light, I would say you should probably use the Sidus Link App. So with the Sidus Link App, you can log into your Aperture account and it'll automatically load all of your lights and scenes that you already own, and you can just add this one to that. And again, this is really nice because regardless of what device you're using, you just log in and all of your lights are right there. You don't have to repair to every device that you're going to be using, which is really nice, especially if you're working in a team and your phone dies. The Sidus Link app also gives you access to a ton of nice effects, so you get cop car, candle, fireworks, TV, party, all kinds of other standard basic effects. And finally, you also get the ability to create your own custom lighting curves like fades and other things like that. And you can do a lot of other really cool custom type effects if you choose to do that, which can help you to add a creative element to your videos. So as you had probably guessed from the start of this video, I absolutely love this light and would highly recommend it if you guys are looking for a do-it-all kind of light, or if you're looking for a next level light. Especially if you're going to be working on short films and you need something relatively inexpensive to control the lighting outside with the sun, this is going to be a pretty good option. One thing that I would say though is that if you are going to be trying to battle full afternoon sun with a clear day in the middle of summer, you'd probably be better off going with something that's even more high powered, like the Aperture 600D. But in that case, I would caution you that you're going to be spending about twice the price, or if you wanted to go with an RGB one, you could get the Aperture 600C, which would be your ideal light, but again, it would be way more expensive. It would cost about 5 times as much as this light. So with everything in filmmaking, you're always going to be having some sort of compromise, and you're going to be having to decide for yourself if this is going to be something that's worth it for you, or if you'd be better off going somewhere else. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and you got a lot of information to make a good purchasing decision if you choose to go that way. And if you do choose to purchase this light, definitely make sure to use the links down in the description, as it helps out the channel a little bit, and I'd really appreciate it. If you liked the video, definitely make sure to drop a like, leave a comment down below, and subscribe for more content, and I will see you guys in the next video. Later.